Good afternoon to the Shans and welcome back to Tagum Doctors College, and this is again your learning partner, teacher Anna. Now let's have our next lesson. So last week before our second monthly exam, we have talked about lesson number 11, and this is about types of industries. So industry and environmental analysis for our lesson number 12. So this is about identification of business opportunity. So sino man dito sa inyo ang gustong mag-business? So this is a very good opportunity for you guys. Now, let's have the intended learning outcome. So at the end of the lesson, guys, you are expected to discuss the SWOT techniques, identify the different business opportunities in the Philippines, and then explain the different processes in identifying business opportunities. Now let's go to the environmental analysis. So here in our picture, guys, we have environmental analysis that leads to organizational growth and long-term survival. So if you have a business or if you have an organization or a corporation, studying the environmental analysis would be very good in helping for the organizational growth and survival. So first, you need to examine or examining present situation. So kung ano mang present situation natin ngayon, you need to examine it. Second, you need to predict or predicting the future. So maybe, like for example, for COVID-19, if you have a business, that is the present situation. So, ano lang jud ni siya nga year karon survival. And then the second one, you need to predict the future. So in the next year, maybe May or June, there would be a vaccine available for COVID-19. So it means it would be very nice if you can predict the future and you can outsource your your labor force or even the production of your product, kasi maybe in the next year there would be a rise demand, or there is a lot of demand of your product. And then for that, you need to come up with strategic action. Okay, so for that, you can have an organizational growth and survival. So that's why environmental analysis, it is a careful study of various factors influencing the business. So kailangan nating sadihan or study yung factors na nag-influence sa ating business. It is process by which organization monitor their relevant environment to identify opportunities and threats affecting their business. So this one, you are going to study which one or identify the opportunities and threats affecting your business. Okay? Now, let's go to the objectives of the environment analysis. So, ano pala yung objectives ng environment analysis? So, bakit lahat ng mga business or almost successful business have this environment analysis? Because first, it is to understand the current and probable change in environment. So, kailangan mong i-understand yung current and probable change in environment. Second, kailangan nating i-provide input for decision making. So, in decision making, guys, you need to consider differentiated input. Next is to ensure optimum utilization of resources. Para ma-ensure natin nga magamit yun na to ang mga resources. Like for example, the labor resources or the human power resources, the machineries, the raw materials resources that we are going to use. So you need to, in every business, we need to have or come up with the optimum utilization of resources. Now, let's go to the process of environment analysis. So, ano pala yung process ng environment analysis, ma'am? So, for environmental analysis, first, you need to monitor or monitoring. Second, you need to search or scanning or searching and scanning. Third, you need to forecast or forecasting. Fourth, you need to evaluate or evaluation and assessment. So for monitoring guys, it means that you need to understand the various environment factors. So kailangan mong malaman at kailangan mong intindihin kung ano yung mga environmental factors na pwedeng maka-affect sa ating business. Like for example, the possible opportunities or the possible threats. So, and to identify published or unpublished sources of information which affects business. So, kailangan mo mag-aral either yung mga published or galing sa book na mga threats or unpublished through your experiences. Kailangan mo yang i-monitor. Next is searching and scanning. So, for searching and scanning, kailangan natin siya to manage the timely availability of required information. So, kailangan nating malaman yung mga time frame ng mga product na ating gagawin. Like for example, if we have a raw materials for milk, so kailan ba darating on every what week ito darating at the same time kung ano siya mag GCQ or mag general uh, community quarantine, so mas mudugay pa siya. So you need to searching and scanning. So that's why you need to have supplier that is convenient and dali lang siya makuha or dali lang siya mahatod sa imuhang business. Next is scanning, forecasting. So, forecasting is very important in business. Dapat kabalo ka, maghuna-huna kung unsa ang mahitabo in the future. You need to forecast. So, you need to estimate unsa nga direction ang imong atuon. Kailangan ba nako mag-produce og daghan? Kailangan ba nako mag-produce og gamay lang? And intensity of changes in environment factors. So next is evaluation and assessment. So in evaluation and assessment, identify and evaluate to how these environmental changes will affect our business so that appropriate counter strategies can be made well in time. So kailangan natin yang malaman. So that's right guys. So ito yung process of environment analysis. So kailangan mong i-monitor, kailangan mong pag-aralan kung anong pwedeng mangyayari sa iyong business. And then you need to have searching and scanning. So you need to produce supplier that is timely, and even every raw materials that you need for your business should be timely too, and even the production of your product should be timely. And then forecasting, you need to identify those estimation of direction. So ano bang direction ang gagawin mo? Is it to produce more or just to produce less? And then intensify. So kailangan mong ma-intensify. So if there is a lot of demand, then you need to intensify your workforce and even your machineries and your production team. Pero kung mubo pod, then you need to have like job orders lang or kanang on call lang na mga workers. Next is evaluation and assessment. So you need to evaluate and identify. So kung mag-change ba ang ako ang environment, maka-cope up ba gihapon ko sa ko ang production, just like that. Now let's go to the techniques of business environment analysis. So, ito yung mga techniques guys na kailangan natin to come up with a business environment analysis and even good business environment analysis. So first guys is the executive opinion method. So also known as executive judgmental method, jury method. In this method, business environmental forecasting is based on opinion and views of top executives. So, ang executive opinion guys, naka-base di siya sa mga top executive na tao kasi dili pud ka mahimong executive if you don't have a very vast experience regarding business. Next guys is the expert opinion method. So from the word expert, so it means business forecast is based on the opinion of the outside expert. So gikan ni siya, ang opinion ani is gikan sa outside expert. And then, opinions of outside expert or specialist from the basis of this method. So, dili man po ka mahimong expert ana nga mga butang if you don't have a very vast experience and even education about that. So, that is expert opinion method. Next, guys, is the Delphi method. So, unsa man yung Delphi method? Delphi method is an extension of experts' opinion method. This method is used to consolidate the different expert opinions so as to reach a common estimate. para magkaroon ta og common estimate kinahanglan nato og extension. So gikan sa imuhang executive, mag-extend pa jud ka og expert opinion. Okay? So for example, the executive decided na there are two kanang choices that they are going to consider, and then sa Delphi method you need to gikan ana nga mga ideas and choices, you need to come up or you need to come with the opinion of the expert to know if what are the disadvantages of and advantages of that certain choices. So sa choice 1, asaan ni ang advantages niya expert, or asaan ni ang iyang disadvantages. That is for Delphi method. So combination siya pero ang ano lang ang ano combination sa executive o sa expert, pero ang Delphi method is like nanay choices daan ang executive, and then magpatabang na lang sila sa expert kung asaan ni ang advantages o disadvantages ana nga mga choices. Next is economic indicators analysis method. So ang economic indicators analysis method, forecasting is based on certain indicators affecting business unit. So depende ni siya when we say about economic indicators. So when we say that the economic is really going up, then you need to kuan pud ka, dapat muhataw pud ka og pamaligya or even the production. And then if the economic is going low, then you need also to study that and forecast what will happen to your business after the economic meltdown or even slowdown. And then next is the past projection method. So past projection method, or in this method guys, results of immediate previous years or average of past 3 years are taken as base. Okay? So ito yung method na kailangan nating uh, ma-project using the immediate previous year. So kung unsa nga to ang mga mali at previous years, dili na to buhaton in the present year. And then kung sa itong mga tama o mga nindot nga mga plano in the past projection, in the past year, so you need also to consider it in the present year. So na ang past projection method. Next is the statistics method. So from the word statistics guys, this is about the survey and opinion-based method. So pwede ka mag-conduct og survey, pwede ka mag opinion-based method. So these certain statistic methods, guys, are also used in environmental forecasting. Like for example, you have seen that the statistics of your stocks and even shares are going up. So it means you have a very good business environmental analysis. Pero pag going down, so you need also to consider differentiated disadvantages or even uh, differentiated explanation why there is a slowdown or meltdown of the statistics. Next is the scenario development. For the scenario development, so you need to come up with a popular method of forecasting when it is possible to make precise forecast of future. So the scenario development, guys, you are going to picture out what will really happen in the future. So it means this is a precise forecast. So mao jud ni siya kasagaran ang nagapanghitabo. And then the brainstorming method, guys, is a technique used to generate new, innovative, and unique ideas and forecasts. So mo ni siya ang kasagaran po na ginabuhat sa Google nga company. So naga-generate sila og mga bag-o nga mga innovative nga way on how to captivate their users. They also try to identify unique ideas. So kung imo jud tan-awon ang Google, di ba lahi-lahi siya og picture, lahi-lahi siya og mga design, because they use brainstorming method in how to unsaon nila pagpagwapa ang ilahang browser. And then in this method, group members are encouraged to generate ideas. So nag-generate og ideas ang ilahang mga group members. So usahay kay makaingon ka, hala, very ano lagi ni siya interesting, or usahay makaingon ka nga, hala, kuan lagi kay ni siya, nice lagi kay ni siya nga ano art in the Google. So inana siya guys, because they are trying to do the brainstorming method, and a lot of businesses are doing this, and this is also very important in business environment analysis. Now let's go to the SWOT analysis. So unsa di ang SWOT? So from this this is the acronym of strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So when we say strengths, guys, this is governed by internal factors. So katong naa sa imuha, naa sa imong business internally, that is your strengths. Your strong and positive characteristic of any company. So ang imuhang strong and positive characteristics sa imuhang company, just like the company culture and the human resources, just like the company culture of Google, guys, nga pwede ka magsuot kung unsa imuhang gusto nga suoton. You can bring whatever you want to bring and you can eat everywhere. So ang ilang company culture is really amazing nga maka-captivate sa kasing-kasing sa mga sa mga young employees, and that is making them competitive at the same time creative. So that is their strength. Next is for the weaknesses. Weaknesses caused by internal factors. So internal factors gahapon ni siya kung unsa ang inyuhang mga process or areas or resources that hinder the growth of a company. Like for example, less skilled workforce. So katong mga minus ang ilahang skilled. And then shortage of raw materials. So like for example, if you have a vast demand of your product and then dili kaya sa imong raw materials, so that is one of your weaknesses. Next is opportunities. Depend upon external factors. So magdepende na siya sa external factors. Opportunities and threats are all external factors. So meaning, dili na nimo makontrol because they are external. Circumstances that help the company expand its size and revenue are called opportunities. Like for example, growth in demand. So nitaas ang demand sa imong product. Relaxed trade laws. Like for example, nagkaroon ta og relaxed nga trade laws. So nitaas pud ang imuhang market share or imuhang what we call this one, stocks. And then your threats are controlled by external factors. So like for example, economic depression, inflation, so they are threats. So caused by external factors. So kani siya nga factors, guys, that could pose a risk to the company's success. So maghatag ni siya risk sa company's success. For example, ani guys, low economic development, changing climatic conditions. Now, let's have the internal and external factors of SWOT. So, unsa day ang mga internal and external factors of SWOT? So, first guys, for the strength and then weaknesses, the internal factors man is sila nga analysis. So, they are financial analysis, the AFQM evaluation, the value added chain analysis, the resources analysis, and the product portfolio analysis. When we say financial, it's the in and out of the cash and even your financial statement. So unsa imong naa sa imuha, assets ba, liabilities, so that is financial analysis. Next is the EFQM evaluation. So it means you're going to know your factors or differentiated factors, like for example rapport fees, price, product, promotion and place, the personnel, so just like that. And then the value added chain. So, unsa pud ang na-add niya nga value? Like for example, is it going up? Your product is going up because of its quality. And then the resources analysis, just like your labor force, your production, that is resources analysis. It includes also your raw materials. And then the product portfolio analysis too, if it is going high or going low. At the same time, is it quality, or is it more on quantity, or is it more on quality that is strengthens your product, and it also weakens your product if you have pangit nga product or kanang low quality nga product. Next is the external factor analysis. So what comes in your mind when you hear the external factors, di ba? Ang threats or opportunities, gikan na siya sa external factor. So for example, the surroundings analysis, like for example in Santo Tomas, lisod jud kayo ang businesses dito. It is because when you conduct a surrounding analysis, naglisod pud ang mga tao because they don't have proper income, kasi ang uban nga mga banana plantation is nag-close, or ang uban nga mga banana plantation is nag-meltdown. It is because of the economic depression. Next is sector analysis. So you need also to know the sector, like basig ang imong product is para sa mga tiguang, and then ang tiguang ana nga place is just 1%. So you need to analyze the sector analysis. Next is the competition analysis. So maybe because your competitors product are very low niya, imuha taas kayo, so that's why Your external factor analysis is very important para makabalo ka kung kanang kinahanglan ba nimo magpalugi sa imong product or kinahanglan ba nimo magpasaka sa presyo. That is for the internal and the external factors of SWOT. Now, let's go to the identification of business opportunities. So, paano ba natin ma-identify nga naa tay business opportunities? So, first guys, you need to know these three simple steps. The first, guys, is create a list of potential small business opportunities in the Philippines and choose your top 3. So, una guys, list ka og unsa tong mga small businesses nga uh, naga-occur or naay potential diri sa Pilipinas, just like the uh, small entities like mga siomai king, may nana, and then those you need to list it down and then choose your top 3. And the next is you need to assess and choose your number from the list. So, gikan na itong tulo, imuha siyang i-rank. Assess nimo o imuhang pilion asa si number 1, asa si number 2, asa si number 3. And then step 3, you need to consider franchising. So kinanglan ka mag-consider o franchising. Either you will make your own logo or your own product to come up with franchising, or you will franchise from other company, just like that. That is for the identification of business opportunities. So, unsa di ang mga small business opportunities in the Philippines? So, kani siya mga example ani siya guys. First guys is the internet cafe business. So, it is good for the Philippines kasi daghan pa man gud kaayo diri sa ato nga walay computer, walay laptop, and then walay internet connection. Next is the internet cafe business franchise. So, pwede pud nimo maghimo kag business plan and then imuha na siyang i-franchise all over the Philippines. Next is the real estate investing. So, this is very important and this is also passive income. It can also provide OFWs extra income, guys. You can also borrow private money and tell lenders that this is one of the safest ways to invest money. So, kuan yun siya, mao na siya ang pinaka-safe nga way to invest money. Like for example, you will buy a house and lot and then imo siyang parentahan or maybe for commercial use. Parentahan nimo siya kasi mag-commercial, just like that. Now let's go to the identify business opportunities. So we also have the internal reasons and the external reasons. So when we say the internal reasons, guys, it is when the entrepreneur decides to establish a company. So kung tahay ako, I will decide nga mag-establish ko isa ka kumpanya. So kinahanglan nako mangita og market for opportunities and needs to that he can meet by offering a certain product or service. So, kinanglan ako mag-offer og certain product and service. For external reasons, guys, when the entrepreneur notes a gap or a need in a market. So, like for example, ang internal reason kay more on into sa imuhag yung sarili. You decide that you need to look for market and opportunities. So, on external reasons, nakita nimo nga there is a gap and there is a need in the market. So, nanginahanglan ang mga tao ani. That's why that is your external reasons nga magtukod ka sa ka business or company. So, an opportunity, guys, should have several specific qualities. So, dapat naa siya specific qualities ang business opportunities such as the right timing, the right product, and or added value that the service offers to consumers to encourage them to purchase it. Now, let's go to the last one. So, the last one, guys, is the 3 key approaches to identify the best investment opportunities. So, ikaw po, pwede po ka mag-invest. When you invest, you are also one of the businessmen that is investing in that certain kind of business. So, kani siya ang atoang timailhan. So we can have observing trends, solving a problem, gaps in the markets. So observing trends, guys, this is a study customer interact with products. For instance, the latest PayPal report points to the fact that the mobile transaction in the Arab world is set to increase from 10% to 20% by 2015. So sa Arab, because kanang nitaas naman po na ilang technology dito, so there is a chance like mo increase from 10% to 20% ang gamit sa mobile transaction. Next dito is next ani is the solving a problem. So recognize problem and develop innovative ways to solve them. Antivirus software, so mga solving problem na siya. Nindot po ni siya or Invisan. And then antivirus software companies are entirely built on this approach. The Wasilhi app for to take original example is a startup project in the Arab world that ameliorates an issue faced by almost everyone, traffic. So, kaning mga business opportunities that can solve a problem is also a very good investment opportunity. Next is gaps in the marketplace. So look for very specific segments of customers that other companies do not serve because they prefer to target broader groups. So most likely guys, the gaps in the marketplace, ang makabalo lang jud ani is katong mga bagtikan or ano na jud nga mga businessmen because they have the sources for segments of customers. So labi na nang kanato ang ginaansiran nga mga kuan guys, uh, survey. So it can help the gaps of the marketplace. Makabalo sila nga, kinahanglan din nato mag-produce og inani nga product because we are going to target broader groups. Like for example, a group of religious group. So mas kinahanglan nila og inani, di ba? Daghan o nagabaligi og mga cross, mga kwintas nga naay cross or differentiated way of to show that you are one of those religious groups. So that is also gaps in the marketplace. So kung business-minded yung kaguna-huna, then you can always see the opportunity for best investment and even for best businesses. So that would be all, guys. Thank you so much for listening for our lesson. Always remember to read and review your lesson, guys. You can also try to read your books from Lianyo, from pages 163 to 174. This is Applied Economics for Senior High School. Now let's go to your assessments. Always remember to do your best and make your parents proud. Have a great day, Edition. See you. Bye.